Hello everyone, it's the Fly for Doctor, and in this pregnancy series, I want to talk about the foot and swelling and some things that you can do at home to make that swelling better, to ease the discomfort that comes from swelling and things like that. If that's something that you would love to learn about, stick with me. I'm the Fly for Doctor. I'm a podiatrist and foot and ankle surgeon out here in Houston, Texas. If you'd like to book a consultation with me and my team, follow the link down below and our website, give us a call, and you can book online or even over the phone. So now let's get into the video. Now, swelling is a common part of pregnancy. You don't like it, I don't like it, a lot of pregnant women do not like it, but it is very common. Now, a lot of the swelling could be physiological and may be of no need for concern, but I want to make sure that you know that if you have swelling and you've just never had it before, you should talk to your OBGYN, especially if it just came out of nowhere. You woke up the next morning, you went to bed with non-swollen foot, ankles, and legs, and the next morning it is swollen and puffed up like a balloon. It may be a bad sign of preeclampsia, but I'm not here to scare you or just cause any kind of fear-mongering, but I want to make sure that you know that yes, as much as edema and swelling in pregnancy is common, there are some that you want to make sure that you take a look at as soon as possible. Now, when you're pregnant, you have this growing baby that you're housing in your abdominal area. Well, it's not really your abdominal area, it's more in your pelvis. But the bigger they get, they begin to push on all of your vessels. And what that causes is a backlog of fluid and blood in your veins and all of that stuff. And you know, gravity's working against us, unfortunately. We can't walk on our hands, especially not when we're pregnant. I mean, geez, it is so heavy walking around with that baby pushing on everything. Now, with gravity working against us, now we have this blood flow and fluid pulled up in our lower extremities. This will result in swelling. Most of the time, this is the most common cause of the swelling. But again, make sure that you check with your OBGYN to make sure that this is just a normal physiologic response to pregnancy, okay? So, when you have that swelling, that can be very uncomfortable and just very annoying. So let me give you some tips and things that you can do at home to kind of help with the swelling and alleviate it. Let's get into it. You will hear me say this over and over and over again. Take it easy. Your body is going through a tremendous transition right now. You are growing a human. That is one of the most beautiful things that is happening. It is also the most tasking. It is tasking every cell in your body. So you want to try to give it as much rest as you can. Take it easy. Get off your feet as much as you can. Elevate it as much as possible. Those will help to reduce the swelling in your lower extremity. We don't want to give gravity a fighting chance to pull blood and pull fluid to our legs. So getting off of your feet and elevating it will help reduce the swelling. Compression socks. Now, if you've seen any of my TikTok videos, there is one that is actually the most watched TikTok video right now about compression socks. And what they do is they are actively helping you fight against gravity by pushing the fluid back up into the tissues and back upward this way. So wearing your compression socks, especially if you're still working and you're a very strong superwoman, or you just don't have a choice and you're working till the 10th hour, whatever the case is, compression socks are absolutely optimal because they will help you reduce swelling, thereby reducing discomfort. You can pick one up at the drugstore. Again, check with your OBGYN that they are okay with this. And I usually recommend a 20 to 30 millimeters of mercury compression strength to help to reduce the swelling in the lower extremity. Now, we've talked about how gravity is not our friend when there is lower extremity swelling. So one of the things that you can do is just move around a little bit. Take a walk, a short walk, even if it's a lazy walk, a strong walk, a hard walk, whatever. Just move, okay? Even if it's about 15 minutes a day, just take a little stroll. That movement in the blood in the foot and the ankles and the legs will really help to improve circulation. Now, if you are pregnant and you are on bed rest, just moving your foot and trying to elevate it as much as possible will also trigger the muscles to do what they need to do. And with the muscles pumping and moving, they'll also try to help to push blood flow. But moving will be awesome and really help you get to your goals. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Now, I know that when I had my babies, I knew I had to drink water, but when the babies get bigger, the 15,000 times you have to visit the restroom is not pleasant for anyone. I know. So it's a little bit hard, but you have to hydrate. That increases the blood flow in your body. It keeps you hydrated. It prevents you from holding all this extra fluid in your body. The next thing is to soak your feet in cool water. So cold will cause the vessels to constrict. When they constrict, they will push the blood flow back up and push the fluid back up. And so just a cool soak in the evening after you've had a long day and your foot is swollen will be actually awesome because it'll help to reduce the swelling that you may have in your foot, ankle, or even your legs. And the last but not least is to invest in a good, comfortable shoe. We've talked about relaxin and how it's a hormone that's produced during pregnancy that helps all the ligaments relax. And so your foot is now spread out, and with the swelling, it's just uncomfortable. So getting good shoes that fit and give you optimal support is absolutely amazing, because what that does is it also helps to cushion your foot. If you're wearing flip-flops or slides or things that just do not provide enough support, what that could do is just encourage the swelling. There's so much room. The feet is just gonna spread out. All the swollen tissue is just gonna spread out, and you're just gonna be one uncomfortable mama. Okay? So getting good supportive shoes are absolutely optimal. Again, make sure if this is a sudden onset swelling in your foot, ankle, or your legs, check with your OBGYN as soon as possible. It could be a risk of something that is more serious and possibly more dangerous. Now, if your OB has cleared you, try these things. Talk to your OB about it and see if these are things that they're okay with you doing. And then try them. And of course, if all else fails, see a foot and ankle specialist or podiatrist like myself. If you want to see me personally, our website's down below, as well as our phone number. If you want to just chat and have little questions and knickknacks and things like that, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or even right here. If you enjoyed this video, would you consider liking it and even sharing it with people out there who may benefit from it? If you will, please hit the like, share, comment button down below and leave all your comments and thoughts and likes down below. I really appreciate you guys. I love doing this. Till next time, see you later. Bye.